Okay, looking at a second type of bearings question. So this is where we're using bearings to then calculate some distances using our knowledge of trigonometry. So we've got a ship travels due south for 3 kilometres, then on a bearing of 130 degrees for 5 kilometres. So we want to draw a sketch of that. So grab your ruler, or I'm going to use my Mathomat. So I know I need to go south first. So I'm going to put it somewhere in the middle of my page with enough room around. And I'm just going to draw a little mini compass. Now I'm going due south. So if I start here, I'm going to go south, and I might use my highlighter to show that journey. So I'm going south, and I've gone south for 3 kilometres. So I'll write a 3 kilometres there. Then I'm going on a bearing of 130. So I've got another little mini compass there. And if I've gone around 130, I've gone to 90 and another 40. So I'll draw that in there. So that's my 130 degrees. And I've gone 5 kilometres there. So now I've got a bit of a picture of what has happened. So I've gone down 3 kilometres, then I have done that 130 degrees for 5 kilometres. So I can put some little dots for my points there. I'll do a little yellow there. Now I want to know two things. I want to know how far east I've gone and how far south. So if I'm here, I can draw a little dotted line and look at how far I've gone east. So that's the first thing I want to be able to work out, this distance here, which is going to tell me how far east I've gone. Then for my how far south, that means I'm going to have this part of it plus that part of it. So I'm going to start with my east. To work this out, I need to know what this angle is here. Now I know that that part is 90 to get to the pink line there, and then that means I've gone another 40 degrees inside that triangle. So when I redraw my diagram, I've got my 40 degrees there, and I've got my 5 kilometers there, and I'm trying to find out x. So I'll start off by labeling with A, O, and H. And I can see that I'm going to use my cos ratio. So I'll write cos theta equals A over H. So my cos of 40 is going to be x over 5. So to get my x, I'll do 5 cos 40. And I'll grab my calculator. I need to make sure I'm in degrees. And I'll do 5 cos 40. And that gives me 3.83. And that will be kilometres because all our other units are kilometres. So I now know that's how far east I have gone. I don't want to also use that number unless I need to calculate the other part, because that means I've got some rounding there and may mean that I'm less accurate. So I then want to find out the O, so I'll redraw my sketch. And I've got my 5. So I could use that 3.83 and use Pythagoras theorem, but it's more accurate to use my 40 degrees, use my 5 again, and then solve for the other part of the triangle. So this time, when I've got my A, O, and H, I've now got my sine ratio. So I've got sine theta is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. Sine of 40 is going to equal y over 5. So I'll do 5 sine 40 to tell me what that part of it is. So I've got 5 sine 40 gives me 3.21. So I know that I have gone down the 3.21 there, but I've already gone south 3 kilometres. So that means I've gone south a total of 6.21 kilometres. So just when you're doing these questions, be careful to make sure you add on any additional information that you were given in your question. So when you're attempting these questions, the things I'd be looking for are drawing the diagram. Always, even if you're not sure how to attempt it, draw a diagram, and then you're probably, when you're doing bearings, most likely going to be using your trig ratios, so try and find a triangle within that you can then use your trig ratios on. As a teacher, if you made an error in drawing your diagram, but then went on to show me that you could use your trig ratios, then that would mean I could give you some marks for that. So always try and start it, get some kind of triangle, solve using that to demonstrate what you can do, even if you're not sure how to complete the question fully correctly, at least have a go and show what you can do. Hope that helps.